And speaking of inspire, super excited to have somebody who's inspired quite a few people in our industry. We have Richard Quest live in studio. Yes. And we always say this, we love guests who hype themselves up as well. Yeah.
If I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for me. So you better get hyped.
Exactly. One day into being in Kenya. And so far?
Well, so far I've managed to get further than 2 blocks from the hotel because of the traffic, which is an achievement.
It is. I'm shocked.
The thing about the traffic, and I hate to harp on about it because everybody says, oh, the traffic in Nairobi. But I can't work out why.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in these long lines which move 50 feet every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's a roundabout at the end with a policeman doing something, and the traffic seems to be going there, but not over here.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why.
I think that's the frustrating bit about traffic, is when you don't understand even why you're in it. So you just sit it and then all of a sudden it flows.
But you know, the thing, and of course, bad traffic is not unique to Nairobi.
Yeah.
London has it, New York has it.
Yeah.
All big cities have traffic.
Right, but what it frustrates, and why I think it's important for you, me, and everybody, it means you cannot make any journey without confidence of completing it in a reasonable time.
No, you can't.
So somebody says to me, how long is it going to take me to get to your studio? Somebody else says 25 minutes. With traffic, up to an hour.
And then sometimes you'll get in and it'll take you 10 minutes.
10 minutes, and you're sitting here wondering why you, the caretaker, and the cat are standing outside.
Oh, God. But yesterday, I saw you hang out with one of our greats,
Eliud Kipchoge.
And
this man redefines being cool.
Mm-hmm.
He really does.
Yeah.
I mean, here's me huffing and puffing like a steam engine worthy of the National Railway Museum. And he's just running, and he's just saying in his very soft voice, relax. Ease up. Let it hang.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? You're running at 11 miles an hour, 13 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the defibrillator to get me through. It's amazing. He's an amazing man. And what he talks about with motivation plus dedication equaling success, and the need to soul and mind be as one. Very important.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because you have extensive knowledge and extensive experience, and you've, interacted with so many people. What are some of the things that you learned from Eliud? Because you've met so many different people, but from him especially.
Oh, absolutely. And I tried to drink from the well yesterday. Absolutely. I stood next to him and I said, but how do I get to that point? How do I get to that point where my mind and your body is how do I do it? It's fine to watch you do it. He says a combination of practice, a combination of believing in yourself.
He's too modest.
Way too modest.
Yeah.
Way.
I think he's superhuman.
Yeah.
Physically, absolutely. And I think mentally as well. I think there's a quietness.
Yeah.
He wouldn't discuss with me anything about the initiation ceremonies for his part of Nigeria. Kenya. Yeah. He would not discuss anything. And I tried to push him because, all this business about pushing through pain and what might happen and the things you do. Wouldn't say a word. He just looked at me with a beatific smile as if to say,
no.
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about.
Boy, you will learn one day.
So another thing that I saw that I was very interested in, especially right now, because I went to New York for the first time a month ago, and I hated the flight. I felt like the flight was just never ending. But you have been on the longest flight.
Longest flight in the world, from Singapore to
JFK.
Newark.
Newark,
yes. And
that's 20 hours plus.
It'll clock in at about 18 and a half.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll clock in at about 18 and a half. We did in just over 17 because of the winds were so good.
Yeah.
Okay. But you get used to it. I've done a few of these really long. I've done Perth to London. I've done Doha to Auckland. And you get used to them up to an extent.
Yeah.
Because you get yourself into a mental... I'm sure Eliud would be wonderful. I mean, you get into a mindset.
Yeah.
So you went to New York. Start spreading the word. I'm leaving today.
Oh my God! But you're going pretty soon as well.
Yes, on Tuesday.
I thought you were going to say you're going in economy. I was going to say, good on you. No,
are you?
No, not unless Sebastian, the CEO, has decided to downgrade me rapidly to the cargo class. Put Mr. Quest in the boot. Put him in the boot along with the flowers.
Oh my God! But this is so important. Like we in Kenya we've been talking about it and gearing up since the beginning of the year.
And you have to ask yourself, why is this important? Because it is just another flight to another place, and it's important because it says a variety of things. It says something about Kenya Airways.
Yes.
Its reform plans under the new CEO are starting to take hold.
Yeah.
New routes, new planes, new product services.
Yes.
Not there yet. A long way to go.
But we've started.
And a route to New York. You know, we can all join in together.
Yes.
And it is true. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's up to you, New York. And that's true.
Yeah.
And so for an airline to fly to New York,
it's a big deal.
To fly to Kennedy, JFK. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah, the connection there. I mean, wonders can come from that. But we have more questions for Richard Quest. He said, ask me anything.
Go on, anything.
That's exactly what we're going to do. And if you every day. So we're having a
My mother would have them cut up for dusters.
Yeah.
Go on.
My grandma would sew them up. But we're having a conversation off air just about why, first and foremost, Richard Quest is in the 254. Because there are quite a few people who are like, oh my God, we've seen him for so many years on our screens. And now he's here. Okay. So what has brought him to Kenya?
I'm here for a variety of reasons, but we're doing two programs. We're doing Quest Means Business live from Nairobi on Thursday and Friday night.
Okay.
We're doing the.
So when you say live, it's going to be live?
No, real live. Real live.
Live at CNN.
Like live.
So you mean
what else do you mean by live?
Okay, live recorded and then you take it back home and edit it.
That's recorded.
Yeah. It's live.
It's live.
Yeah.
We do the Express at 12 o'clock, at 7 o'clock in the evening, and then Quest Means Business at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And if you can tweet me at Richard Quest, one good reason why you can come and watch, or even to your tweet at
Kiss 100 Kenya,
Kiss 100 Kenya,
Kiss 100 Kenya, or at Richard Quest. I'll choose one or two to come and watch the show live.
Oh, that's so
Sweet.
great!
That doesn't include you two.
Wow.
And we're also doing Quest World of Wonder because I like. World of Wonder goes to interesting places to meet fascinating people. And so we're filming it here.
Okay.
And your co-host, him over there.
In the pants?
Yes.
Him in the pants, in name only. He is one of our fascinating people.
Yeah.
Is he fascinating?
I think he is fascinating.
Tell me a secret about him that he doesn't want me to know.
So, he's been trying to get married for 2 years. The wedding, like, we've planned it out and everything, but we don't have a bride.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So why
How is this news?
It's not, but it's good gossip.
Yeah, right.
So you've been trying. Let me give you the Quest Means Business version of this. Shall we? Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Joining me now to talk about this. Tell me exactly why is it that you haven't got married?
I haven't gotten the suitable partner yet.
So what is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. What is wrong with them?
No, I beg to differ. Many people are getting married, and you have not. There is something wrong with you. What is it?
They fear me. I think so. I don't know.
Are you fearful?
I'm very, very, very fearful.
Of what?
Of Kenyan women.
You do realise you're destroying what little reputation you have.
All the best. But the questions are coming in, and I love this one. Is about your book from 2 years ago. After Malaysia, yeah. And I'm just wondering, because of all not only the interviews but the stories that you've covered. Is there any that stands out for you that really moved you to the point of this Malaysian one, where you had to write a book about it?
No, nothing on that scale. I mean, the Malaysia one was just because the plane is missing. We know roughly where it is. It's off the west coast of Australia, deep into the ocean. We will find it one day, I remain convinced. When it's a matter of technology, time and money. And when the three come together, we will find that plane and discover what happened. We do not know what happened. Anybody who tells you that they do know, don't buy a bridge or a car from them, because we don't know what happened to it. The other great stories, royal stories, the Queen Mother's funeral some years ago, that was one that touched me, because here was a woman who had given so much to her country in wartime and bad times.
Yes.
These are the stories. The Last Flight of Concorde.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
We were born then.
Okay,
no
guys,
pun intended.
Guys, sidebar, because there's people who are listening, they're like, what's happening? Sidebar is that when we're off air, we were just expressing our ages vis-a-vis
and by the
all
time
the experience Mr. Quest has.
By the time you were the correspondent at the Wall Street.
So when you were born,
89.
I was already a correspondent.
And when I was born, when I was 5 years old, you had your law degree.
Oh, yes, I had a law degree and my bar, and I'd moved on. Yeah. So, I mean, I came here to talk about important things.
And then he called you grandpa.
And then I met you two. And suddenly I've turned into an old codger.
No. You've done a lot. If you could go back and talk to 18-year-old Richard Quest, what would you tell him?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You're going to make mistakes. They're going to be bad. You're going to have to learn from them. But providing you try, somebody asked me, what would I like my last word, the words on my epitaph to be? Yeah. I tried.
Yeah.
Yes. Failure is, people will say, go for it. Failure's not an option.
Yeah, it is.
It is an option.
It's not only is it an option, it's going to happen.
It's part of life.
Yeah. And when it happens, you just say,
okay.
That didn't go very well.
Yeah. What was that failure that you look back and you're like, oof, that was a real blunder?
Well, there have been a few in my life.
Yeah.
Well documented.
Yes.
A few well documented incidents in my life that one wouldn't wish to happen again.
Yeah.
And not only that, I would say this to anybody who's in similar situation.
Yeah.
Or who is in difficulty.
Yes.
Or is having difficulty. Or facing those great... When you get born, they don't warn you. Mm-hmm. That there's going to be moments in your life that you really don't know what to do.
There's no blueprint.
No.
Yeah.
And all you can do is rely on the help and support of friends and find it in yourself to turn yourself around.
Yeah.
And be who you are. And be who you are. Whatever that is, be who you are.
Oof.
Wow.
I love that.
Wisdom.
What?
It's called life.
So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a chance to get those tweets right now, because you're going to pick the people who get a chance.
I wasn't going to now. I'll pick them later.
Really?
Yes.
You don't want to pick them now? No. Yes.
But if you want to be part of the live show, remember, you can tweet at Richard Quest.
And at Kiss100
Kenya. Yes.
And you're just, saying thank you.
Compliment.
It is. It's
right.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Richard Quest is here.
Yay.
And CJ Sesi Kivuva says, Karibu Kenya.
Karibu
Richard.
Kenya.
Yes,
Karibu.
welcome to Kenya.
When
Yes. You say Asante. Asante.
I say Karibu, you say?
Asante.
Yeah, Asante.
Yes.
So when you were planning how you were going to be doing, visiting different, intriguing, fascinating places, what was the reason that Nairobi popped up and Kenya popped up?
Very simple.
Yeah.
For years, I have said I'm coming to
Nairobi,
to Kenya.
Yeah.
And everybody kept saying, "Why have you never been?" And there really is no reason.
Yeah.
It's just, why have I not been to anywhere else?
Yeah.
It's a big world, and it takes time to go to it all. And with Kenya Airways' new flight to New York, and the Sebastian Mikos, the CEO, asked me to be on board, and I said yes. Then that was a perfect aligning of the stars to come and actually do this.
Yeah, so and finally.
Yeah. I'm blown away by the place.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. It doesn't feel like the Africa I've seen so far.
Okay.
West Africa, really steep southern Africa, a lot more deserty and aridy.
Yes.
And sort of you expect a giraffe around every corner.
Yeah.
But Nairobi feels wonderfully friendly, muted, quiet, respectful, people going about their business, but saying hello with a wonderful Kenyan smile.
That's so interesting, because whenever we have a guest who's never been to Kenya, the first thing they say is like, everybody is so
warm.
Nice. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's nice.
I've been to Ethiopia, Tanzania, Nigeria, Cameroon, South Africa, and I love them all.
Yeah.
But each, and this is true Western prejudice, whatever you might say, you think of Africa as a continent.
Yes.
You get to it and you realize, well, just as much as New Yorkers are different to Californians, and the Brits are different to those in Greece and the Southern Ireland, in Southern Europe, so in Africa, East and West are very different.
Very
North
different.
and South are very different. Completely. And I've always known that, don't get me wrong. I haven't discovered that this trip. But what I have discovered is the gentility and elegance of Kenya.
Oh, wow. And
then I met him.
We apologize. So so Shafi is going to be taking you to some spots.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm his tour guide.
I've agreed to let him choose what I wear.
Oh,
yes, that is on Saturday night.
Richard,
on Saturday night.
Yes.
It's not too late to back out. That's like we know other people who can help you out. But anyway, So he's going to dress you, and then you're going to take him where?
No, today I'm taking him all over the place. We're going to Brooklyn.
Where?
Brooklyn.
That's in New York.
No, okay. Buru.
So we have a hood.
That's in the East Pacific.
No. Buru is
not
like...
Bora Bora.
Not Bora Bora.
Oh, no, Buru.
Buru. Hey,
yes.
You say it right.
Yes, Buru. Yeah, or Brooklyn. We call it Brooklyn.
Yeah, I can get it. Brooklyn.
Yes, we'll take you to California.
California.
And
say
that's
Caliph.
not in the States. Say Caliph.
Caliph.
Yeah. Yes.
That's where you're going to go to.
Yeah, so that's where we're going to go to.
You know, there are listeners to thinking, what are they on about? I've got the dishes and the laundry to get done. Not listening to them prattling on about Brooklyn.
I can't wait. For you to see all of those places, and then he's also going to take you out on a night out on the town. So just prepare for that, okay? Just
and
I'm taking him for lunch today, though.
Okay, so where are you going to take him?
It's a surprise.
Yeah, we can't say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea.
But just make sure there's some matumbo in there. Wherever he takes you, ask for matumbo.
Matumbo?
Really?
Yeah, matumbo.
What's the national dish?
Wow. So the thing
ugali.
is with... Okay,
There's
yeah,
a
so you could
maize
say,
dish,
yeah.
There's ugali. That's ugali. Yeah,
so
ugali.
when I was in West Africa,
Yeah.
They are fufu.
no, there was all about jollof rice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here, we're all about
Ugali and fish.
We are trying to find out which country in Eastern Africa makes the best ugali.
Kenya.
Okay, only Kenya.
It is like Kenya.
Tweet us. Tweet us at whatever the Kiss FM.
We're biased, but
Kiss 100 Kenya.
Kiss 100.
Definitely, it's our thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait and see. Ugali,
yes.
Okay, so Ugali, Matumbo, Shaf is going to dress you up, Brooklyn and Caliph. Fantastic. But in closing, because Mercy, who's one of our listeners, is tuned in, and she says she loves the advice that you gave earlier on about being yourself. I think it's very refreshing, because one thing that we love about doing this is the stories that we come across, and the stories especially from people who do not hide, are not embarrassed about who they are, because there really is no reason to be.
That comes from an element of age and part of success, where you can look people in the eye and say, stuff you if you don't like it.
Yeah.
If you don't like that what I am, I can't help it.
Yes.
But I ask that you respect who I am.
And in this industry, in the industry that you are in, especially even over the last week, we've been having conversations about people feeling that they have to be a certain way to be able to get into the media industry, to be able to get on screen. And they have those pressures.
If your only goal is to get as many likes on Instagram and to be on television or radio, you will turn up like an old pot, vacuous, noisy, and with no content. You have to have substance. You have to know what you're doing. You have to have a reason for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just saying, I want to be famous, I want to be a celeb, I want to be on the radio.
Yeah.
That
doesn't work like that.
Good enough.
And what's your why?
What's mine?
Why?
Why? Because I love the idea that I'm going to tell somebody something they may not have heard that they can find useful and will inform them about what's happening in the world today.
Love that. It's Richard Quest right here on Kiss FM.